Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
It has finally occurred. Fans had never expected to see this moment. Two generations of boxers collided in one room, face to face. On one side stood Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the undefeated legend, the architect of perfection, and the guy who turned boxing into a billion-dollar business. And across from him stood Terence "Bud" Crawford, the modern-day monster, the fighter who strode through divisions, defeated Canelo Alvarez, and redefined greatness in our era. There are no stage call-outs or fantasy matchups, just sheer tension. Mayweather and Crawford come face to face. This wasn't your usual dawn face-off. It was a seismic event that would last a generation. The past and present of boxing stare at one another, fully aware. Whoever walks away from this moment alters the sport forever.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah.
However, in order to comprehend how we got here, you must rewind time. For more than a decade, Floyd Mayweather ruled boxing with an iron fist and a perfect record, 50 victories and 0 defeats. He outsmarted Canelo, outperformed Pacquiao, and outsold everyone. He retired victorious, leaving behind the notion that no boxer could ever match his combination of skill, intelligence, and marketability.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
The greatest of all.
Then came Terence Crawford. Crawford was exactly what boxing needed after Mayweather's withdrawal: skillful, disciplined, and hungry. He swept the welterweight division. He dominated champions from various weight classes. But when he confronted Canelo Alvarez, everything changed.
You know, you said something about what fighters go through, and you've seen enough guys that the game is taken from. It's a hard game to get through. Can you get a better ending than tonight? I mean, really?
Not at all. Not at all. This is the top of the top. You know, Canelo is, you know, an all-time great. Like I said before, he's the last one.
He was the A side of the age.
There's no more Canelos, you know.
So,
there's no more. So, you know, when you look around, you say, I'm the Canelo, you know, I'm the face of boxing now. I'm the best pound for pound fighter in the world, like I always been. You know, just gotta wait and see.
Everyone felt he was too little to survive the size difference. Crawford not only survived, but dominated. He didn't simply defeat Canelo, he demolished him. And in doing so, he accomplished something few thought possible. He made the boxing world wonder if Floyd Mayweather was still the best of this generation.
Terence Crawford had the ability to fight backwards and stay composed, good defense, hands was always up, countering everything that Canelo was throwing at him. He was just a little more active fight. Canelo did hit him to the body, but it was pretty much all Terence Crawford.
I think some of what we saw from Canelo is what he has to resort to now to fight. Maybe he's dealt with some injuries to where he's not as mobile. It's just the pattern that he's put himself in for the last, 6 to 8 fights. That same pattern is why Bivol was able to get him.
He did not allow Canelo to get inside, man. As soon as Canelo would get into that certain range, you would jab him. We didn't see any like lateral moves where he would throw, push off to the side, as we used to see Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo was almost smothering his shot because he couldn't stay at range with him. And Terence Crawford runs off counter combinations. It would be a wider margin if they fought again.
Then came the quote that launched everything. Canelo Alvarez, who fought both Mayweather and Crawford, publicly admitted that Crawford was the better fighter.
And lastly for me, champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
That single phrase sent shockwaves throughout the sport. Floyd spent years building his brand around a single phrase. Simple work. Canelo was one of his easier battles.
And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk, easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
So when Canelo altered the script and awarded Crawford the crown, something changed in Floyd. The guy who was once impenetrable now has a shadow following him, and a new name is spoken in discussions that were once his alone. When your entire identity revolves around being the best ever, comparison eats away at you. So Floyd began to move differently. Floyd started teasing interviewers about unresolved business. He intimated that he wasn't over, that he had one more real battle in him. Not another easy exhibition in Japan. Not another influencer matchup, but a true fight.
Any chance that you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
Let's own it. Let's own it. It's been talks. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. Not at all. But we just don't know.
And the name at the top of his list was Terrence Bud Crawford, who dethroned Canelo. For Floyd, this was no longer about money. It was about leaving a legacy, feeling proud, and rewriting the story before it was written without him.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
and that's why the Dawn face-off was so memorable, since Floyd's appearance on stage with Crawford was more than just hype. It was personal. But before the world gets to Crawford versus Mayweather, Floyd must first survive another fight. Literally, next April, he will fight Mike Tyson in an exhibition that has the entire combat world buzzing.
If you could have fought any fighter, any era, who would you have picked that you would have liked to fight the most?
Floyd Mayweather.
I love it. Why?
Huh?
You want to knock him out?
Well, I would love to fight him. I wish he was my weight.
All right, interesting answer.
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of Great Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. He can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Two names that characterized eras in boxing. One is famed for elegance and defense, while the other for savage destruction. Tyson has been brutally honest over the years. He does not respect Floyd. He has termed him arrogant. He has derided his style. He stated unequivocally that if they ever shared the ring, he intended to hurt him.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
And now he'll have the opportunity to do just that. For Floyd, the Tyson fight means more than simply a paycheck. It's a test to see if Mayweather can still be as destructive in the ring.
Like that fans will watch for sure is you and Mike Tyson. How's training going, Floyd? Talk to me all about this as you get ready to get back in that boxing ring once again.
Well, not really training right now.
Not yet.
You know, the fight is in 2026. We still, ironing out everything, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be exciting for the people and the fans.
Are you going in there to put Mike down and like, hey, this is not, we're going to have fun, we're going to throw a few punches, like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event.
If Floyd defeats Tyson cleanly, Momentum swings. The story becomes about redemption. Floyd's still got it. But if Tyson delivers that one punch and humiliates him, it's over. The Crawford bout is over instantaneously. Nobody will care if a 50-year-old Mayweather enters the ring after being rocked by a legend twice his size. So, in an unusual twist of fate, Mike Tyson, a man from another age, is the gatekeeper to the Mayweather Crawford dream.
Floyd Mayweather Mike Tyson exhibition fight.
Oh, man, hey, like I say, Mike don't like
Appreciate
Floyd.
it, man. Mike don't what?
He don't like Floyd. He always talk bad about Floyd.
Who the face of boxing, coach? Who the face of boxing today?
Who the face of the boxing?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is, though.
But why Crawford? Why risk everything for a fight that will add nothing to his resume? Because Crawford sees this as more than simply a fight. This is history. To beat Floyd Mayweather, you must do something unprecedented in the sport. Give him his first professional loss.
Have you thought about going for 51-0, beat Mayweather's record with 50-0? Is that something that you thought about?
I already said I was never gonna beat Mayweather record. That's not something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
To be honest, I was gonna retire if I didn't get this Errol Spence fight.
It is the ultimate declaration. Crawford's one victory has the potential to propel him to the top of every greatest of all time list. But it's also the most hazardous fight he's ever had because losing will be all anybody remembers. Losing to a 50-year-old Mayweather, whatever the circumstances, would derail the momentum he has gained since the Canelo fight. It is a double-edged sword. High risk equals high reward. Despite this, Crawford continues to choose Floyd because he understands what it entails. He understands that no matter how many championships he wins or how many legends he defeats, the only way to truly be immortal in boxing history is to be the first man to defeat Floyd Money Mayweather. That isn't simply legacy, it's immortality.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terrence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terrence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ in that
The
success
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terrence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Anybody
though.
else? Yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody
somewhere.
got a pioneer, right?
Figure
Yeah,
out.
you got it.
There's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just
yeah.
believe Floyd is that OG you can't out-figure out.
Of course, Crawford had other possibilities. There were other major matches on the table, ones that would have kept him active, profitable, and respected without the risk of facing Mayweather. The first name was Yaron Boots Ennis. Boots is a youthful, energetic fighter who has been calling out Crawford for years. Boots symbolized the new blood, fast, powerful, technological, and hungry. The kind of opponent who keeps legends accountable.
Now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
Definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for,
In fact, many professionals, including retired champions, have begged Crawford to give Boots a chance to transmit the torch.
We don't have anything to talk about. We can talk about Boots. We can talk about a fight between Boots and Bud. I'm on record for saying that fight never happens. I still don't think it ever happens. But there should be something else that we could say about Boots outside of moving up to 154 pounds.
True.
So he got to get busy. And we in September, we looking at one more fight this year from him.
Yeah.
And we should have got 3 fights from Boots this year.
Boots? Is it Boots' fault or is it representation?
It's never the fighter's fault. It's never the
fighter wants to fight. Yeah.
However, Crawford did not appear to be interested. Not because he is afraid, far from it. Rather, he believes that battling Boots and Ennis will do nothing to advance his legacy. This is a lose-lose situation. If Crawford wins, people will remark, well, he beat a young, unproven fighter. If he loses, his entire legacy will crumble overnight. Fighting Floyd, on the other hand, is a worthwhile risk because if he wins, he will be remembered as the man who put a stop to perfectionism. It's a move that will define a legacy, not a quarrel about money. Boots contribute nothing to the table, and that is why Bud will not go down that path. Jermall Charlo was also mentioned. Charlo has been hunting Crawford for months, calling him out and wanting a fight.
No, he don't bring nothing to the table. He got our leftovers. Why would Bud want to go backwards? I want to go backwards. Bud looking for bigger and better fights, so where he can etch his name in the concrete forever. I don't know, cause I really don't look at none of the welterweights since we did clear the division out. I'm done.
But here's the issue: the matchup does not make sense. Canelo Alvarez has already dominated Charlo, and Floyd Mayweather defeated Canelo. So, logically speaking, if Crawford has already defeated Canelo, fighting Charlo further down the ladder proves nothing. It's like fighting someone you've already defeated by proxy. That's why Crawford isn't looking that way.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the fuck would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these. I'm with the old school boxing. If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me.
And that is the beauty of the whole thing. It is not about championships or belts. It's about eras and who genuinely rises to the top when everything else is stripped away.
You got Jamel, would you say I'm done after that?
Of course, 100%.
What's the thing about Jamel? Oh, I feel like you don't like Jamel. And if
I don't.
You got respect for the Earl. So if you did Earl like that, god dang.
I don't like Jamel for the simple fact that I feel he's a fake individual. I feel Earl is real. I feel he's genuine. I feel like he stand on 10 toes on everything that he say or do. I feel like Jamel is just one of those guys that do a lot for attention. I was cool with Jamel and Jamal and their older brother prior to me moving up in weight. You know, I got messages with he hit me up asking me he gonna pull up in Omaha, and we talking about cars, we talking about all different type of stuff. Once, you know, I moved up in the division, and I understand that they stablemates. He trained with Arrow Coach, and they've been knowing each other for a long time. For him to start bashing me and talking bad about me and saying I'm gonna get knocked out, and, you know, going out his way to say little slick shit about me, I was just like, man, that's some hoe shit.
Mayweather is the undefeated monarch of the old world. Crawford is the conqueror of the new. For Mayweather, this fight is about preserving his legacy. Crawford aims to rewrite sports history. And the way they gazed at each other during the dawn face-off told the entire tale without saying a single word.
It's wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. Oh, yes. That makes a difference to people.
So that's it for today's video. If you loved it, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell button so you don't miss any future videos. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment area. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.